Television presents to you our weekly recap
with your boy Tokes the baddest
and Elizabeth. And today's segment is special because it's Nigeria's 58th independence.
Only Nigeria knows how to get through
Only
this.
Nigeria.
Only.
And I'm representing Imo State.
And you already know I'm representing Lagos.
Lagos is badass. Welcome to today's segment.
I am Lagos' baddest.
No, you're right.
I am.
You're right.
Lagos' baddest.
So in honor of Nigerian independence, we'll be starting with Nigerian news. Wait, is your flag really on your chest?
Yes, because I am Nigeria and Nigeria is me. And I'm
He's
proud.
So corny.
I am proud to be a Nigerian.
I'm a proud.
I know I'm free.
That's not the word.
Kind of free.
Okay, but anyways, I'm proud to be Nigerian too.
Yes.
But in Ghana,
I know.
they've closed over 400 Nigerian businesses.
They just tripping. They just
They're
hate.
haters.
All right.
But let's look back in history though. You know the laundry bag that
Yes.
we call Ghana Must Go?
Yes.
Do you know why it's called Ghana Must Go?
No, I didn't know.
Because when Ghana told Nigeria to go, that was the bag that Ghanaians took their stuff to go.
Wow.
So yes, so it's funny how history has a way of repeating itself.
Ghana.
Yes, so the National Association of Traders, Nigerian traders, they wrote a petition to President Buhari and to ECOWAS, stating that they have, how many days do they have?
About a week.
A week, yeah, so they have a week to intervene into this matter unless the association will, they'll occupy the ECOWAS embassy there in Ghana.
And they'll be heard. And I'll be there too, waving my flag.
No, you're not. You're going to be in the U.S., actually.
Yeah, that's true. I don't have the money, the funds. Unless somebody wants to sponsor me and send me out there to go represent Nigeria. Then I'll go on Nigeria's behalf.
So in other news, the APC, they shifted the Imo State and Lagos State governor primaries from today, Sunday, to Monday. And then they said that they did this shift because of some logistics issues. We don't know what those logistics consist of, but apparently there's some logistics issues. So they've shifted the primaries to tomorrow. But this is election season in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I feel like, the youth should really, really, really participate in elections and vote in. Because you have to be 18 years old to vote in Nigeria. And for the people that are actually running for these offices, I feel like they should keep our youths in mind, because the youth is the future. We are the future, and we hold the future of Nigeria. So that's just for people who are watching in Nigeria. Take these elections very seriously.
Yes.
Speaking of elections, Davido's uncle,
Mr. Dancer, Dance Machine,
Ademola Adeleke, he lost. Yes, he lost to Oyetola. Yes, and
David
he's known as the dancing machine, like Tokumbo said.
He can boogie.
But Davido was heavily involved in this election campaign for his uncle, but unfortunately,
That means you don't have enough juice.
lost.
Davido, he's a very popular.
What do you mean he doesn't have enough
He
juice?
doesn't. I bet you WizKid uncle would have won.
Well, this is for the governor of Osun State, so congrats to whoever won.
But I do love Davido.
Oyetola.
I love Davido.
We love him too, but his music and all this political stuff should be separate. Honestly,
No,
you can't use your influence.
Yes.
It didn't work.
It didn't
so that's
work.
a lesson learned. It didn't work.
It didn't work, but you can still use your stage, your power to heavily influence.
Okay, so if his uncle messes up as a governor, how would Davido look?
I wouldn't allow my uncle to mess up. I put my name on the line. So
You can't
every
control
day,
what people do.
I'll control the dancing machine. I'll control what music he's dancing to. Believe that.
Yo,
Dancing
you are
machine.
so silly.
I will.
And you got that flag on your chest.
Because I'm Nigeria. Come on.
You were born here.
Ish. I went
He's
back.
never been home.
I've been back for about 10 minutes. I had to come back. I had to come back to the U.S. though for financial reasons.
For financial
reasons.
Okay.
But I'm still Nigerian. My name is Tokumbo. That is.
So in other news, the Me Too movement. This is what's currently going on in the United States. And so the Me Too movement started in 2006.
Yes.
And it was created for women of color, primarily, from low-income communities. But it's also called Me Too. It's to help people know that they're not alone in this whole sexual abuse things that are going on, or scandals that are going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people suffer sexual assaults or abuse, but it's never really talked about because they feel like they're by themselves.
Yeah, they're by themselves. They're a little bit embarrassed.
Yeah, they're embarrassed. But the Me Too movement encourages women or men, because men do get sexually assaulted as well.
All the time at work. Me.
Oh my
Especially.
God. So,
I work with a lot of middle-aged women, and they all talk about me. When I walk by, I feel like a piece of meat. It's uncomfortable.
oh Lord.
But I'm afraid to speak up because it's frowned upon on men to.
So the Me Too movement is to show women that they're not alone in this whole thing. Yeah. So.
Number one person right now that we all are talking about is Bill Cosby.
Yes.
Bill Cosby.
So he was found guilty for drugging and sexual assault, and he was sentenced to 3 to 10 years of prison. Mind you, he's 80 years old.
Yeah.
He's 80, and he's partially blind.
Blind.
And he's already in prison. But this sparked up a lot of controversial topics and conversation because, you know, people are like, what about Brett Kavanaugh? What about her Weinstein? What about Donald Trump?
Donald Trump?
You understand? Like, that's crazy. So they've all been accused of sexual assault, but they're walking free, especially Weinstein, who should have been like locked up a long time ago. What about the priests in Pennsylvania with the little boys? You know, so this has become a whole race thing. Yes, we don't condone what he's done, but they're making an example out of a black man. That's what it looks like.
Yes.
And he's 80 years old.
Yeah.
What about house arrest?
No. He should be on house arrest.
He should be on house arrest. He's partially blind.
What's he going to do in jail?
I know. Rot away.
But I mean, he's going to rot away at house too, but at least he doesn't need to be in jail. That is messed up.
And also, the lady that was responsible for Emmett Till being murdered, she's now 83 years old, and she confessed that she did lie about him whistling at her. And she should have been charged as an accessory to murder, but no one was indicted in that case, so they let them go. And there's also a Caucasian teacher from the Bronx who gave oral sex to a 14-year-old boy.
Oh, well, you know.
And she only received probation for 10 years.
Okay.
No prison.
Okay.
And she gets to keep her teaching certificate. So how does that work?
As she should. She worked hard for her teacher certificate.
That's BS.
No, first of all, like I said before, how did the 14-year-old... It's a 14-year-old boy. The 14-year-old boy knew what was going on. I know what's going on at 14. Okay? How did everyone even find out? Because I know the boy didn't snitch. Unless that teacher went bragging.
He's 14 years old. He's a child.
He's not a child. He's a teenager.
He's not legal. Like, he can't even do anything on his own. He can't sign papers on his own.
14?
14? What do you know 14?
What? When I was 14, I knew a lot of stuff.
When I was 14, all I did was run track and play kickball.
Right, same thing with me. I had a
ponytail.
I didn't have a ponytail. My hair wasn't long like that. I didn't become natural until 2017, really.
Yeah.
But that little boy goes down in history. That's one of the greatest.
What? No.
A teacher at 14? Young man, there's a calling in your life, young man, okay?
You said there's a calling
in your life, young man. Keep it up. And teacher, keep fighting, all right? Thank God you ain't go to prison.
Oh, God help you.
God help you.
Anyways, continuing with the Me Too movement, Trump's pick for the Supreme Court.
Kavanaugh.
Yes, Brett Kavanaugh.
Yeah. Who's
a 53-year-old lawyer. He graduated from Yale Law School. And, you know, a lady came up, what's her name?
She's a doctor.
Dr. Ford.
Yes.
And she said that she was sexually assaulted by Kavanaugh when they were in high school. Back
in 1970 something.
Okay. But she testified in front of the Senate, and she gave them her story. And Brett Kavanaugh denied everything, of course.
As he should.
But you know, the FBI did more digging. And there's a lady by the last name of Ramirez who said that she did indeed. She was a classmate of Brett Kavanaugh at Yale. And that they were at a party. And then he, like, put his private parts in her face. But she did admit that they were drinking, you know.
Things got a
little out of hand.
Yeah.
But that's a new person.
Yeah.
But Kavanaugh is looking at this whole thing as a way of the Democrats trying to, like, you know, mess up his nomination.
Take him down,
into the Supreme Court.
And I mean, the only thing I really don't like is him crying at the
people cry.
He was crying like
a baby. People have emotions.
Hillary Clinton.
But this is his life.
When they attacked Hillary Clinton, she didn't cry. She was a man.
But she was not, like, you know,
attacked.
There were no allegations of her being sexually, like,
but there were allegations of her lying, cheating, or something like that.
Yeah, with emails and things like that and hiding stuff. Yeah, that's fine.
But she was running for.
But sexually assaulting someone, no, there's no case in that.
Yeah, but he didn't. He tried to cry, and no one felt guilty for him. When he was crying, he was literally by himself. When people cry on national TV, people be at home like, oh,
it's just too bad.
You know?
Yeah.
But him, everybody was like, all right now, brother, man up.
I personally feel like he shouldn't even be a nominee because you're on the Supreme Court. Like, you're going to be judging, like, high-end cases. Mm-hmm. You understand what I mean? So, to even be a judge in the Supreme Court, passing judgment when you're full of spots. You're not spotless, and nobody's spotless by far. But look at President Obama. He's not perfect, but he didn't have any scandals. Yeah. You understand? Like, he might have smoked a little weed here and there, but who hasn't? But I haven't either. No, I haven't. I haven't.
I'm okay. You
know, but yeah, look at Obama. No scandals. No woman can say, "Oh, he sexually assaulted me."
Well, that's Barack.
But our current president,
Donald Trump,
who's leading the United States, there's sexual allegations everywhere.
Well, that's your current president, Buhari.
I didn't vote for him, and Buhari's not my president either. But I didn't vote for any of these people, so they're not my president. Obama's my president, though.
Obama's
forever.
Yeah, he'll forever be in our hearts. Him and Michelle. Michelle Obama for president 2026.
Absolutely, she got my vote.
She has our
vote
for sure.
So yes, remember in our last recording where we told you guys about a young man named Botham Jean? Mm-hmm. He's 26 years old. Mm-hmm. He was in his apartment when a police officer barged into his apartment, claiming that it was her apartment, and shot him.
She thought it was her
apartment. So she thought it was her apartment, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
So her name is Amber Geiger, and she's been terminated from the police force, and she's on trial.
Good.
And she might be
going to jail.
Yes, she might be going to jail, and she might get a stiffer charge than manslaughter.
Good.
But Botham Jean has been laid to rest in his native land of St. Lucia, so may his soul rest in peace. It's unfortunate.
We got another one of us.
Yes, but guess what? Justice is being served. It's about time.
Yeah.
And he was only 26.
He had
with a bright future.
A lot of life to live.
Yeah.
Shame.
So yes.
I gotta take the flag out.
Thank Jesus.
Because I'm representing Nigeria to the fullest.
All day.
Alright. More news. Google celebrating their 20 years anniversary.
Yes.
Google
has been a long time.
It is.
I was 9 years old.
And of course I was 20 something around that time when Google started.
Such a liar.
You know? I've been in all the waves, all the Google waves.
Right.
And I'm proud of Google for 20 years. They still need, Google needs to start paying me actually. I've
used them all through school. Thank you God for Google.
Google helped me in chemistry too. Chemistry 1, Google helped me.
Google helped me with my thesis.
Yeah,
thank you, Google.
I'm not saying I cheated.
I didn't cheat.
I
cited all my sources. There was a couple
of tests that I said, we didn't learn this in class. So Google must help me. So Google, you have my heart. Because if it wasn't for you, college would have never been the same.
Absolutely.
But Google is celebrating 20 years, and with their 20-year celebration, they sent out a list of the top searches for Nigeria.
Google search Nigeria, and this list are people who have topped searches for the past 10 years for Nigeria. So the list included Linda Ikeji, of course, top blogger.
Of course.
Who else? Olamide. Fino. Wizkid.
Wizkid is in there.
Davido. And of course the President Buhari.
Yeah, whatever his name is. Look,
so that's a fun fact.
Davido, I'm here for you.
Fino, what's up?
Fino's alright.
Anyways, so we are celebrating Nigeria's 58th independence this whole week. And we just wanted to run by a couple of fun facts of Nigeria with you guys. I'm sure everyone knows this already. But Nigeria is the second highest gross domestic producer amongst African countries.
That's what we do, Nigeria.
And we're also known as Africa's giant, of course. And you were telling me something early about Bollywood.
Yes, we are number 2. We're even above America.
Behind Bollywood. Nollywood is number 2.
Hollywood.
That is so big. Where's Hollywood? 3. We don't know. Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's right over there.
Okay, of course. It's big.
They got big. I think it's Black Panther that put them on the map.
Maybe.
Black Panther, which was based in Africa. Near Nigeria. Actually, Nigeria was in Black Panther, just to let you know. But yes,
and Nigeria is very resourceful. It's known for its petroleum, of course, oil money all day, and we have over 520 indigenous and languages or dialects.
Yes,
and the popular languages, of course, are Igbo, Yoruba,
Hausa.
Oh, that's the only thing he knows. O'Shea. Anyways, we have what else? Hausa. We have what?
Edo.
Orobo, Igala, Edo, yes, Ibibio. Just to name a couple, but you know. And Nigeria is also the 7th most populous country in the world. So shout out to Nigeria. Hey, and we own Afrobeats. I don't want to hear anything else about Afrobeats. Nigeria owns that. If you go to like Liberian parties, which I don't go to, but if you go to Ghanaian parties, 90% of the music is what?
Nigerian music.
Of course.
So don't let them try to say anything. I think out of all 1,000 of Nigerian songs that's popular now, you might have 2 Ghana.
Maybe 2. Yeah.
Maybe 2.
Soccer Day is good.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know?
Yeah.
He's making his money. He's doing
Who else? Malik Berry. Is Malik Berry Ghanaian?
I was hoping he was Nigerian, actually.
There's another guy.
I don't even know any. I only know
but there's another artist that he's Nigerian, but he like grew up in Ghana or something. I went to school out there.
So does he rep Nigeria or does he rep Ghana?
Both.
You know, tell him.
But he belongs to us.
Yeah,
anyways.
His father's from Nigeria, so he represents Nigeria. Right.
So if you're in the tri-state area, we have a lot of things that are going on. On Friday, we have the Nigerian Independence Day pre-party, brought to you by Osisioma Entertainment and Asa Rock Restaurant, just to name a couple.
And it's hosted by Mr. Patrick
Mr. Patrick, yes. So the tickets are $20, and it's for, adults 18 and up. It starts at 8 p.m., and it ends at what, 4 p.m.?
4 p.m.
I mean,
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Yes.
So sorry about that.
It's all night.
And it's on Grove Street. And then the dress code is green and white. I don't think I'll be wearing green, but I'll probably wear white.
You know,
but,
I'm going to be in all green. Green shoes.
He's a liar.
Green contacts. All right? I'm going to look Irish. I'm not even going to look Nigerian. I'm going to look Irish.
Joe, can you ever be serious?
Right?
I cannot. I will not speak to you.
Anybody that walks in, you know? That's how I'm coming.
Listen, I will not speak to you. I will walk right past you.
You don't have to walk. You don't have to be there. Just come say hi to me.
But anyways, this is going on if you're around in the tri-state area. This is New Jersey. And then on Saturday, it's actually the Independence Day Parade in New York City.
I will be there.
Come out for, the Life Festival, embrace our culture, meet our people, eat our food. It's a good time.
Meet me.
And also, there's another party going on for, the after Independence Day Parade.
After the parade.
It's called Passport to Nigeria, brought to you by Duke Concepts. And that will be at the Orbit nightclub.
And if you don't have your green card, you can't come. Sorry.
So, yeah.
I'm joking. If you have a green card, come. Enjoy yourself. Back with more Nigerian news. Nigerian lady gets married and people dig out old tweets where she said, "I hate men." Sometimes you have to be chill and be calm when you're about to tweet. Because sometimes you putting your emotions up there will backfire. That's why I never personally tweet any emotion or I'm like, I did it one time and it hurt me. My significant other, my ex, of course, I am single in these streets, saw that I tweeted something about women and it hurt for about a week. I was in a doghouse. So people, I advise, emotions, do not tweet out emotions. If you feel like you have to express your feelings, go for a run, hit the gym, pray if you must. More news. The Nigerian Labour Congress has suspended its warning strike. NLC President Ayuba Wawa announced the suspension at a press conference in Abuja this afternoon. He said the strike is being called off because of the strong assurance the federal government has given to look into their demand. On Wednesday, September 26th, the labor union began its 7-day warning strike to demand an upward review of minimum wage from 18,000 naira to 56,000 naira. Personally, if it was me, I would ask for 60,000 naira just for that even number. But thank you.
Happy Independence, our people. Thank you for joining us this week. Once again, you are watching Civic Entertainment Gossip Television. My name is Elizabeth.
And Tokes the baddest.
See you next week.
Hey, Nigeria.
All day.
Hey.
All day.